Dang, nice legs, Sebastien.
Thank you. I grew them myself.
No, the custom table legs. It's AMD Ultimate $5,000 tech upgrade time, and this time it's gonna be engineering whiz kid Sebastien from Creator Warehouse. He has worked on all kinds of sensible products, like our new precision screwdriver, which is why today's theme is sensibility. Nice new Ryzen laptop, sensible. 3D printer, very sensible. But then again, Sebastien is also responsible for making this resin-infused natural wood and polished brass screwdriver that never saw the light of day because it would cost $300.
It's pretty.
Things might go a little off the rails. Hey gamers, we're back with another AMD Ultimate Tech Upgrade, which means, of course, another huge AMD giveaway. This time, you have a chance to win the Ultimate Upgrade Gaming Bundle, which includes an ROG Ally X, a Ryzen 7 9700X CPU, an ASUS ROG Strix motherboard, and 32 gigs of lightning-fast DDR5 memory. Enter right now by clicking the link in the description. Thanks again to AMD for being a great partner and keeping this series and the giveaways going strong. I gotta say, normally the first thing I do is run around and look for stolen goods from the office, but instead, I'd like to appreciate the decor.
Thanks.
This place is so tasteful and alive. I don't think there's anyone else on staff who has this many plants that aren't dead.
I just killed a bunch recently, but you don't see them anymore.
Right! No one will know. Seriously though, who else could have all their pots out on a shelf like this and still have it look tasteful?
This pegboard I made a few months ago at the shop.
I love the art. Did you paint these yourself?
We did. I used to have glasses.
Well, I thought that one was you, but...
Oh, thanks.
This table is great. Is this another project?
It is. I poured the epoxy in the bathroom.
And who but Sebastien could have a chest-high tool drawer in his living room and still have it not look out of place?
It's also got other stuff, like pens, some camera gear, lttstore.com.
I noticed you have other screwdrivers too.
I actually just got rid of a bunch of them.
Are you cheating on the LTT screwdriver?
Just a bit. Ah.
Unfortunately, this drawer was also a bit incriminating.
I made those myself.
At work.
After work.
With work equipment.
Yeah.
This was a proposed bit storage solution that it just doesn't, okay, it holds them pretty well, but it didn't feel enough to be a product.
I'll admit, they were planted.
That was like planted for me to find something stolen?
No, I want them to be revived.
We'll talk about this later. Well, how'd you end up with our new cables?
Product testing.
Product testing.
I was actually seeing how flexible it is connected to a controller.
Okay, so that is a concern. One of the things that we did to make our cables really stand out from the competition, you see how thick this is? Every single conductor has its own shielding. So it's a coaxial style cable, and this is for the maximum in signal integrity and charging rate. This is a 20 gigabit per second, 240 watt capable cable. But because we use like a super nice silicone outer sheathing, it's still really flexible.
So far, so good. No complaints.
That is so
I didn't
cool.
take it, but it's awesome.
This Red Bull's probably from the office.
That's mine.
Oh, that's yours, Reese.
That is from the office.
Now this isn't from the office, but it's much more interesting. What on earth is this?
These are actually from the office. Because my kitchen table can store away, having the chairs out in the way doesn't really help. So,
Dude,
just like that.
you do know we live in an earthquake zone though, right?
They should be fine.
Speaking of your hideaway table, you designed this, right?
Yes.
Do you want to show it to us?
Yeah, we're gonna put it together.
Oh, cool. Oh, it's part of the upgrade.
Yep.
Which table is which? I see 2 sets of legs.
So there's three sets.
Where the devil are you gonna put another 3 tables?
So the IKEA legs, they're gone. They were just the temporary legs for the kitchen table as the legs were not done yet. These legs are the desk that is getting switched off of IKEA legs
Okay.
to these ones that I made.
You made this? That is so cool.
Yeah, so we used oxyacetylene torch to heat up the 3/4 inch steel bar. Then you just take your hands and you just bend it. And then instead of having to do all the bends at once, I did each bend individually and then welded it back together.
I can't believe how store factory manufactured it looks. Like it's
The desk is gonna go onto these legs, and we're gonna cable manage this abomination over there.
Oh, and it'll actually be the right height for you now, because this is small even for me. What the heck is going on with this? Also,
it's very temporary, and it's been temporary for 5 years.
Ah yes, temporary, the most permanent form of airy. Considering how well thought out basically everything else in here is, I'm disappointed.
It's not even attached, it's just resting on it. You'll see.
Tell you what, while you and David swap out the legs on that, why don't I have a look at the PC upgrade?
Sounds good. Before we do that, we should probably assemble the kitchen table so we actually have place to work.
Right, wait a second. Sebastian?
This is also an unfinished project.
It's more stable, but it looks even worse than yours.
Yeah.
This is just plywood.
Yeah, it's gonna look pretty at one point.
See, we've discovered the double-edged sword of being a person who likes elegant, tasteful solutions. It takes a long time to implement them. And everything that's not implemented is, well, you don't have time for
Exactly,
that.
it gets functional and then you don't touch the project for a few years and then you finish it.
The things Sebastian takes from the office are less tangible. But that's a lot of machine time.
There's more things too.
Yeah, I bet there are.
This one's fun.
Oh, that's... Okay, how much machine time is this?
Couple hours each?
But it's tough to calculate because a lot of the cost of machine time is the cost of the operator.
Yeah.
Especially an experienced operator is worth a lot if you hire them out on a contract basis.
It's also hard because a lot of the cost is also when you're running the machine 100% of the time,
Right.
which we aren't.
That sounds like a rationalization. Oh my God, this was even jankier than I thought.
Oh yeah, it's 100% just double-sided tape on IKEA legs.
Oh. Oh, the legs came apart before the tape.
This is why I'm replacing them.
I guess we'll need a screwdriver to put all of this together.
Yes.
Now, I could use a regular screwdriver, or I could use the wood and metal one, but what I'd like to use is this, because you guys have some explaining to do about this whole situation. They commissioned the creation of a 4x scale precision multi-bit screwdriver that is so big, it holds precision multi-bit screwdrivers in the storage cap. They never told me how much it cost.
Oh, what's your guess? Each. We have 3 of them.
We made 3?
It was cheaper to get 3.
No, I bet it wasn't.
Per unit, yes. We didn't think it was gonna be approved.
Who approved it?
I don't know, someone above Kyle.
Okay, well that means it's more than $500.
Yep.
I'm gonna say $1,200.
Go up a bit.
$1,500?
A little bit more.
$2,000?
Yeah, pretty much.
Each?
Each, yeah. We were shocked it got approved.
Why?
Marketing.
What do you mean marketing?
The other big screwdriver sold a lot of screwdrivers.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. 3 of those is more than the upgrade, yeah.
I will say it's satisfying.
For this,
Yeah.
there's kind of specific steps you have to do it or it won't go together.
Nice.
These go like that.
Okay.
Yep. Wash
Okay,
your hands. It makes some noise. But then the bolts, we're gonna put bolts in here, and we have to attach these before we attach this frame to this, or else you can't put the bolts in.
Got it, okay. So you invented a folding sawhorse leg.
Yeah. Basically, you know those gray tables that are really ugly at events?
Yeah.
I wanted one of those, but that looked prettier.
Next up, we've got the custom hardware that just about delayed the shoot today.
Yeah, I forgot them at my desk.
It does look beautiful.
Wait, Sebastian, can you turn off those lights over there for me, please?
Hey, that's faster.
It really is, isn't it?
It really is.
I assume that the top end kind of goes on the outside.
So there's 2 different sizes.
Who do you think you are, Apple?
I know. So those ones go in the bigger hole,
Yeah.
and the other one goes on the other side.
Beautiful.
Do you have a mallet? We need to
pinch it down a little more.
I don't actually have a mallet, but I do have this. It's the next best thing.
That is... I hate that so much. This really is gorgeous. You guys are getting pretty good with the Tormach at this point, aren't you?
Yeah. We're kind of at the point where... We're at the point where the machine's probably holding us back, almost. It's kind of at that point.
That's 2 pitches. Trying to bring this product back and trying to get better machinery. I thought I was here for an AMD Ultimate Tech upgrade. We haven't even talked about AMD yet. Why don't you show me what we're supposed to be doing? Oh my God,
It's
that's
heavy.
way heavier than it looks. What the, oh!
It's-
Oh, that's so cool!
Yeah.
So it's thicker in the middle, what, to just give it more rigidity and more...
It was just kind of for fun. I wanted to make make it thicker and have a long chamfer.
Dude, it looks so stylish.
The thing that we're gonna do right now is these grooves.
Oh, I love it.
So these go like that, and then the arches just snap on. It's also so stable compared to everything before. You could you could jump on it. It's great. Now we can just wipe it off.
Sebastien, are you expecting the holes to line up with the receptacles?
This is a spring, pretty much right now.
Yeah.
You
stretch it and...
Yeah, and it goes in. The other thing too is the legs, after they were welded, they're not all square. So the holes in the desktop are all square and lined up.
Yeah.
And it basically pulls everything into position.
Got it. Wait a second, why do you get that and I get this? I did actually bring mine today. I should go get my screwdrivers. Speaking of, dude, this is so cool.
I made this yesterday, actually.
I freaking love it. Yeah, it's $30 for a precision screwdriver without the bits, but this should give you some idea of why. It's actually a shockingly complex piece of mechanical engineering. Oh, she's a little heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sturdy.
Okay. Okay, now you said I could jump on it.
No.
Before we can get the pads, we're gonna have to flip this table off of them though, which I think is ready to go, right?
Pretty much. We just have to put these in.
Oh, what are those doing?
They make it actually stable.
Oh, nice. This 3D printed pin holds your whole table up.
So these 3D printed parts, I'm gonna make out of metal at some point.
Keyword being at some point. I couldn't help noticing one of your corners is cut.
Yes, I screwed up when I was making it, but we've got an accident piece to fix it.
Oh, let's see. Oh, that looks sick.
And a brass screw.
That looks like you meant to do that.
I know.
It's the charade approach.
It fits with the AMD upgrade. It's like the little gold corner on CPUs.
Hey, oh yeah, speaking of which, we're finally gonna take a look at that computer now that I can put it on this desk.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't wanna cover the surface of this?
Oh, yes. I know what you're saying.
He's picking up what I'm throwing down. All right. What am I upgrading on there exactly? I see some PTM 7950 thermal pad. I see a 5800X3D processor. Oh,
Yeah,
2 terabyte SSD.
The main upgrade is the framework laptop. The desktop was already pretty good. Just need a new CPU.
And that's kind of the beauty of it. If you don't want to upgrade to an AM5 platform, get new DDR5 memory, get a new motherboard, you're running, what was it, 3000 series?
Yep, 3600.
5800X3D, that's gonna be a huge upgrade. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, depending on the kinds of games you play. What are you gonna be playing?
Lately I've been playing a bunch of Satisfactory.
Okay, well that's intensive in certain ways.
Yep.
3DV cache, anyone? Now, David said that there was gonna be a bit of a challenge in today's video. He wants one of us to tackle the desktop upgrade, so CPU swap, thermal paste, and an SSD, and one of us to build a framework laptop. Tell you what, I'm a sporting man. Which one would you like?
I want to do the framework, but I've never really looked at how you put them together.
This is gonna be challenging then. For
Yep.
you.
It might be.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, here we go. Now, I already know the answer to this, but if we don't address it on camera, I'm sure that AMD won't be super thrilled about it. So I'm gonna ask you, which version of the framework laptop did you get?
This is the AMD version.
Oh, good. Do you happen to remember which CPU it is?
7840U.
You can actually play even semi-recent AAA games at 720p, 1080p. Like, it's gonna be about like a Steam Deck or a first generation Ally.
But it's got a 2.8K screen.
Yeah, the new screen is so nice.
New screen. I would love to have a touchscreen framework.
Dude, every time I see Narav, I bug him about it. I do have to say though, this is a nicely built little machine. I think you're one of the first people who's done one of these upgrades whose system is not disgusting. I'm looking at you, David. I think I've got enough hair to make another dog. I was looking at his thermal paste spread here. It took me a second. You're using the offset mount. I didn't think that was a thing back when Ryzen 3000 came out.
It wasn't, I don't think.
Okay.
I put this fairly recently, probably the last 6 months.
For those of you wondering why you would want your cooler mounted slightly offset on your CPU, many modern AMD chips don't have the compute dies in the center. They're actually a little bit lower. So by centering the heatsink on the dies, rather than on the heat spreader, which, here you go, you can see what that ends up looking like on here, you can end up cooling them more effectively. How are things going for you, Sebastien?
I have put the SSD in.
Nice. In goes the Ryzen 5800X3. That is a really nice little upgrade. It is amazing how long AMD supported this AM4 platform and the substantial upgrades that people who invested in it can now put into their machines. Investment disclosure, I'm invested in Framework. I think it's super cool that you can take apart and put together their whole machine with just the one 2-bit screwdriver that they include. But on the other hand,
he's also invested in lttstore.com.
Yeah. It is a bit of a pain in the butt to apply, but once you get it on, it performs really well.
The trick to winning the race is when Linus does both things.
Oh, well. Oh, cool, you went with the clear bezel?
I saw that it existed. We sent them a message and they sent one over.
Dude, I love the clear bezel.
Yeah, the clear bezel looks super cool.
Now I couldn't help noticing, you booted up into Windows. You probably think that you won, right?
Maybe.
Well, I couldn't help noticing that your machine doesn't have any I/O yet.
No, it does not.
This race ain't over, boys. Let's see how quickly Seb can open up 4 I/O modules.
And plug in 4 USB-Cs.
And how quickly Linus can install a GPU. Anyway, there's your upgraded machine. Let's go, boys.
You said it was still boot though, right?
Yeah, that'll still boot.
No, look, mine's starting up.
You don't even have a monitor on the desk right now. This is so cute.
Yeah.
I have an X1, P1 something, and it's so bulky. This is like so compact.
I haven't actually owned a 3D printer, even though I've been working with them for like 15 years.
That surprises me a lot.
Yeah, but I've just never really needed to have one at home.
Okay, so why the A1?
It was cheap, it was on sale. This was 200 US.
Is it doing something right now? Like,
yeah, it's doing its calibration.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it goes and vibrates and figures out what stuff to ignore.
Yeah, it's super cool. One of the reasons the bamboos can go so fast is they'll like rip around and then they'll like cancel out the vibration of the surface they're sitting on. Yep. Just like, oh yeah, and bamboo has cool little accessories.
That is super cool.
I bought the illuminated like photo frame one.
Oh.
Did you see that one?
No.
Yeah, so you it's like a little diffused like backlight thing.
And then you print a scene.
And then they've got ones for like little lamps. What's the first thing you're gonna print?
Probably just the little boat, the benchy. It's green.
Hey! Oh, it's me! It's pooping! Yeah. He's pooping!
I made a little poop.
I'm watching you poop. Sick. All right.
Oh, it sings.
Let's go do your peripherals.
Okay.
Now, these speakers are old.
Yep.
No need to replace them. Audio Engine 2's chair's new, and the UPS is new. Guys, high five for responsibility. If you like to not lose your work, you should have an uninterruptible power supply at your workstation. And even just to take better care of your components, we have noticed that we've experienced better stability with computers, especially if they have crappy input power, when we use an uninterruptible power supply that smooths out the incoming voltage.
Which is important at the office, because our power is terrible.
I do know this. Scrapyard Wars, I think either number 2 or 3, Austin Evans had an overclock that worked just fine on one circuit and was unstable on another circuit plugged in our office. Now, I couldn't help noticing that for someone who, I don't know, doesn't play that many games these days, you picked up a 34-inch 1600.
38.
Good gravy, that thing is huge.
To be fair, it's also our TV.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sensible.
Tasteful chair too. Why'd you choose this?
I like the color, and again, sensible. So you spend a lot of money for an office chair, but it is comfy.
How much is a lot of money?
1,000 US.
This is $1,000 US?
Herman Miller.
I guess that's AMD's problem.
Yeah.
Dude, this thing's ripping so hard, it's actually moving around on the island.
Very similar.
Yeah.
That one doesn't have hot glue on it, though.
I'm seeing double. Oh my God. So the new ones, you got the wireless, HyperX, whatevers. What are these?
Cloud
something.
Cloud something, Cloud 3, Cloud 2.
This is gonna be a nice little upgrade over that old Zowie, which, respectable mouse, but is it wireless?
It's not wireless.
Does it have a 4,000 hertz polling rate dongle?
It does not.
Did you really feel this was necessary?
Not particularly.
Oh, okay, because it does 1,000 hertz out of the box anyway.
I think so. I don't know the exact specs, but yeah, something like that.
Okay. Wait, I don't see a keyboard.
Keyboard is not getting replaced.
Oh,
I made this
Why would you?
before. Be careful, it kind of opens up. It's a custom build.
Very cool. I love the look.
Yeah.
That is a gorgeous piece of wood you've got yourself there. Goes well with your nice legs.
It's the combo.
It is amazing what you can print for a couple $100 these days. What all are we changing?
We are taking the monitor that was over there,
All right.
putting it here.
So this one's out. It's going. It's going. No,
Yep.
no, I was just kidding. I'm not going to throw it on the ground.
And then other than that, new keyboard, the Lenovo dock.
Oh, okay.
So basically we're setting it up so that you just have one USB-C into the laptop and you're
That's
done.
it. And this is Heather's desk?
Yeah.
So why didn't she get legs?
Those are coming.
Are they?
Yes.
When?
Next 5 years.
Well, he's nothing if not honest. Now, tell me this. I don't tell people internally to like buy frameworks. I don't push for us to use them for our laptops. There's good things about them, but there's also more challenging things about them, which Austin Evans pointed out recently in his video. They are not super price competitive. What made you decide on a framework? Because you could have gotten any laptop.
There was a few things. There's definitely positives and negatives. I like that in 5 years, you can swap out the main board and you can use the old main board to do like a little server or something like that. I think that's super cool.
Framework hasn't committed 5 years of support for this chassis, but sure, maybe.
Sure. Even 2-3 years, whatever it is. The fact that you can customize your I/O, I think is really big because a lot of laptops now come with like one USB-C or two.
Right, so you went with SD, USB-A, USB-C, and HDMI.
Yeah, and I've got some more USB-Cs.
Now Heather's new keyboard looks amazing. This is gorgeous.
My keyboard at work is same type but black, and they're really pretty.
I couldn't help noticing that in addition though to not upgrading Heather's desk, you did a very, very, how you say, piss poor job of the cable management. Some effort was made. You managed to tie these bricks to one of our magnetic cable management holders, but there's absolutely nothing to stick it to, and it's all just...
There used to be some metal plates beside the desk.
There used to be.
There used to be.
Okay, so are we gonna at least like...
Yes, we will make it pretty.
Okay, we should do that. I was about to say, see, this is why you need a desk pad, but like, if I put this much work into building a beautiful desk, I probably wouldn't want to cover the whole thing up either.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the vibe here. Wait, why is this part of the decor? Are you keeping this?
It's a bunch of defective precisions.
Oops. Mister, I like don't like game that much. 100% complete Elden Ring? Okay.
Hey,
Sure.
I like the games I like. Elden Ring, Hades,
Okay.
Sekiro.
You said you didn't play intensive
To the computer.
to the computer. Elden Ring's pretty demanding.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, yeah, sure, I guess. Fine. Oh yeah, and we didn't even show the finished cable management. Dude, this is awesome.
This is Reese's cable management. We'll see David's in a bit.
Yeah, Reese's is probably better than David's.
Don't look too close.
Do you notice a difference in performance?
Right this second? No.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Oh, I guess it depends on how large of a factory you
Yeah,
make. So
exactly.
How big of a factory is this?
Moderate.
Okay, do you have a bigger one?
I have not gotten that far yet. You just do very simple things of you take iron, make a like iron rod.
Sure.
Wait, how is this a game? You're just doing what you do for work.
It's different.
I couldn't help noticing. Do you play tape to tape?
I do.
Really?
Yes.
A man of culture.
I think you may have started like a lot of people playing tape to tape.
Oh, really? It's so good.
It's really good.
Maybe we'll do Linus versus Sebastien tape to tape as a floatplane exclusive. lmg.gg/floatplane. We can decide once and for all who gets to use the name Sebastien.
I was gonna say it's a Sebastien versus Sebastien.
The Dongers? Did you create this team?
Yep.
Let's go! Oh, dang it! Let's go, let's go! Let's go right in front! Let's go! Pam Pumpernickel! What? What? Okay, but before we go check out the laptop setup, there's a reveal.
Yes, the most sensible purchase of the whole time.
Okay, I'm not familiar with this brand.
You probably wouldn't be.
Metmo. Okay.
So it's a cube, right?
I mean, oh, no, it isn't. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but it's a fidget toy. You can pull it fully out.
I'm gonna say that this is $300.
That's very close.
Nice.
It's 400. You could get this, or you could get the 3D printer. Already on tape to tape,
Nice.
one USB setup.
Nice. Freaking awesome. And she has a reasonable size monitor now.
Yeah.
Not as big as yours.
No.
That's been a common theme in these upgrades. Everyone gets the nicest thing for themselves, and then the SO gets the like, I don't know, hand me down.
I got legs for my desk. She doesn't have legs yet.
I mean, she got a new mouse too.
No, she already had it.
Oh, so she already had a better mouse than you?
Yes.
Can you explain this chair to me?
I would like to see you try first.
No, what? Come on.
Close.
Come on.
Am I close?
Not ish. It's supposed to be on your knees.
On your knees. Wait, what? Like this?
It's actually so comfy.
Ooh, I don't know, guys. Well, the good thing is that Sebastian's happy, and I love this setup. The amount of care and attention that went into your setup, and then Heather also got a setup upgrade.
And David Cable managed this, so if you want to see underneath.
Whoa. It was not to be seen.
Dude! And I even forgot about the new dining room table. I freaking love the space savings here. In spite of all the money he wasted, I think Sebastien still managed to have one of the more minimalist and practical setups. And that's with $400 on a metal cube and $1,000 on a Herman Miller chair.
Yeah, sensible.
Just like this sensible shout out for our sponsor AMD, without whom we couldn't do the $5,000 tech upgrade series and really get to know the truly fascinating group of people that we have working at Linus Media Group and Creator Warehouse and Floatplane and all those companies that I work for too. If you guys enjoyed this video, maybe check out Charades, which was the polar opposite. Not very sensible at all.